In a recent video, we featured the world's second largest log cabin, which left a lot of you wondering, what is the world's largest log cabin? Hi everyone, Ken here. Welcome to this house. It turns out that the answer to our question is a bit complicated. Before we run through our contenders, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you never miss an exciting episode of This House. This video was brought to you in part by Blinkist. More about them later on. There are 3 different wooden structures which all claim the title of the world's largest log cabin. But certainly, not all of them can hold this title, right? Let's take a quick look at each one. First, we have the Old Faithful Inn, located in Yellowstone National Park. It was originally built in 1904 to offer tourists an up-close view of Yellowstone's most iconic geyser, Old Faithful, for which the resort was named. The interior contains 4 levels of balconies around a central atrium from which guest halls extend, with the roof's gable peeking out at 92 feet above the floor. Over the years, additions have been added to it, including a large dining room to replace the original, which was lost in a fire. While there is not an official count for the square footage, it is estimated to be in surplus of 115,000 square feet. Next, we will take a look at Château Montebello in Quebec. In 1930, it opened its doors as a lodge to travelers along the Canadian Pacific Railway, boasting 211 guest suites. Each of the resort's 3 main buildings required over 10,000 logs and 500,000 handmade cedar roof shingles. The main lobby rises 70 feet to the roof's peak, with a stone fireplace supporting the ceiling. Its interior space is measured not in square feet, but in cubic feet, with a total interior volume of an estimated 4 million cubic feet. The third and final contender for the world's largest log cabin is Granot Loma, located in Marquette, Michigan. In the 1920s, businessman and banker Louis Kaufman commissioned what would become the largest and most expensive house in Michigan. The original log structure was completed in 1923, boasting 26,000 square feet. The work continued on the house until 1928, as additions were made and artists added finishing touches. So which one of these 3 is the largest? We will find out after a quick word about the sponsor of today's video, Blinkist. With a busy life, it can be hard to find time to read and learn. Blinkist enables you to listen to short, 15-minute long condensed audiobooks with over 5,500 nonfiction titles available. They break the books down into blinks, which are the most essential portions of the books, and string them together in easy-to-understand, easy-to-digest information, which you can listen to or read. For example, if you wanted to learn more about history, Blinkist offers titles such as The Forgotten 500 by author Gregory A. Freeman. In this audiobook, you will follow the Allied airmen as they are stranded behind enemy lines during World War II. This riveting story will keep you on the edge of your seat. I'm putting up a promotional link for you on the screen, in the video description, and as a pinned comment. Click the link to start your 7-day free trial and get 25% off a premium membership. You can also take advantage of Blinkist Connect to create an additional account to share with friends or family for no extra charge. Thank you, Blinkist, for sponsoring today's video. To understand which of these is the largest, let's define what a log cabin is. A log cabin is defined as a small shelter or house made of wood and situated in a wild or remote area. All 3 of these structures qualify for being in a wild or remote area, but one of them is hiding a secret structural brace behind its log facade. Granot Loma, while the only private residence on this list, was built with a steel frame embedded in a hulking 2-yard thick concrete slab. While the residence certainly maintains the aesthetic, we can no longer keep it as a runner-up for the title of the world's largest log cabin. This leaves us with 2 contenders, the Old Faithful Inn and Château Montebello. While the Old Faithful Inn is larger on paper, with more square feet than its contender, Château Montebello required more materials to finish out, with taller ceiling heights at each level. While Château Montebello has less square feet than the Old Faithful Inn, it has more interior space by volume. So the question posed in this video is, which is the largest? And that answer depends on how you measure. If we are looking at square feet alone, Old Faithful Inn wins. But if we are looking at interior volume, Château Montebello wins. This might not seem like a satisfying answer, but there is one more way we could measure. If we were to disassemble both cabins and stack their logs in their own respective piles, we would find that the pile created by Château Montebello's logs would be far larger than the pile created by the Old Faithful Inn's logs. While the Old Faithful Inn holds a special place in my heart, based on the sheer mass and quantity of logs, the title of the world's largest log cabin goes to Château Montebello. Do you agree with this reasoning, or should square feet be the only factor considered? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section, and while you're there, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an exciting episode of This House. I would also like to take a moment to say a very special thank you to our This House supporters, whose names you can see on screen right now. If you would like to see your name on the screen and contribute in part to the production of these videos, join our membership program today. I'll see you next time on This House.